Yeah, if you're my quaba daily update TV, best of sending a match and I saw mobile hit at the man. Mobile subscribe bomba like Ashama one a pen see me be at you so any be at you, Mr. Mose. Mobile Jim Renada, General Roman Tentom, Yakutin, some money the Etrago. You for John Domani Mahama, running meter. See now NDC for majority na a true supporter money, na Professor Naana Opoku Agyemang. And then NDC for no pen for be able to guess. Mammy, you will be a come say, or share addition mana say, my summa, mammy, echo and kaipa, na see no, and Kabaya, Mahama, plans are na say, in Sushia, why is obefa mammy, a dinner running mates no, NDC for busy or more for so. Now, you mung you could hear in some nearby, the can't be no yanso, yet beba ne de abadomo.
If you ask my opinion, it won't make any sense for the NDC to change the random maid we use for the 2020 elections. It won't make any sense. I am not the appointing authority. President Mahama determines who he appoints or nominates as his random maid through the consultation of the various, stakeholders, the party, the executives and others. I am speaking as Mutala. Me. Yes, I am speaking as Mutala and a participant in the NDC's business. That it will be suicidal if we change the Prof. Because we have seen and we have heard others who are dangerously lurking and influencing people to push President Mahama in a way, and when I say push, to psychologically prepare his mind to wanting to change the random maid we use for the 2020. And some of the names you hear are absolutely ridiculous. Look, I'll tell you one thing. Some have even argued that what did she bring? How many seats did we win in Central Region? Sana, the NDC used to suffer a lot support of those in the middle class and those in academia. If you observed, a lot of people within the middle class and academia used not to like the NDC. That has changed. And you cannot downplay the role one President Mahama played as someone, his demeanor, the kind of relationship he had, and the role that Professor Naana played. You cannot downplay it. And so those who are arguing and saying that how many seats do we win in Central, that's absolutely rubbish. The reason why the MPP is struggling to get another professor and a woman from academia to come and be the running mate of a disaster Dr. Baumia, if the woman never contributed, if her running mateship to President Mahama never made any impact, I don't think that the MPP would have been looking for a woman and also someone in academia to come and run. And one of the reasons, and I'll conclude on this, the reason why the MPP is struggling to get a match is because when it comes to President Mahama and Dr. Baumia, the dichotomy is too wide. One, Dr. Baumia is a pathological liar. President Mahama is not. Two, Dr. Baumia doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not a man of himself. He's not a man of his own. President Mahama is not. President Mahama is not an economist. Ask President Mahama about everything when he was the president of Ghana, and now he understands everything from archaeology to zoology, everything about his government. It means that he had absolute control of what he was governing. He knew, and he could tell you anything. And I remember as a deputy minister for trade, we had intermeetings with President, and I was shocked the kinds of things President Mahama even knew when we didn't even give him briefing on some of those things. It means that he followed how his administration was indeed governed. This you can't find under President Nadu, Dr. Baumia. Last point. They can't find anything to tag Professor Naana. Nothing. They can't accuse her for anything. So they can't, you remember even in the elections, a lot of the lies they told about President Mahama. They said President Mahama and the wife had hotels in Dubai. What are the hotels? Absolutely lies. All the lies they told about President Mahama, it's been proven that they were lying to the people of this country. They could not find one lie to tell against Professor Naana. They could not. And because they could not, they are now desperately looking for someone who could match Professor Naana. I think that, for me, whether they appoint someone from, what's the name, Kosomokaya, whether they decide to go and bring the Pope, or they decide to go and bring the chief imam from Saudi Arabia, or they decide to go and bring whoever to partner Dr. Baumia, the mess is a mess. Okay. And that is why there is a popular Dagbani proverb that you cannot sleep with an itching anus and do not expect to wake up with smelling fingers. So Dr. Bawumia is like an itching anus. Whoever they partner with him, it doesn't matter how celebrated and respected that person is. They wake up the next day with smelling fingers.
Thank you, comrade.
Jimmy Beulaya, Ghana card, the 12 Janidi. Ghana card, does it pay our bills? Ghana card, no, a Jimmy hide down my etinum. Ghana card, no, does it pay our hospital bills? Ghana card, no, a Jimmy dialysis, and it doesn't do anything. But that's the patient. It doesn't do anything. Enti Beulaya, Jai Sam Kwasia Samna, what can I say? Ghana card, Ghana card doesn't do anything. There is no value in Ghana card. What the Ghana card, every Ghana, every coaster, it doesn't do anything. You cannot use Ghana card to buy things in credit. But me the American card, the call your friend is saying, Canada, shopping because Canada, was store beer. I like things on moton, a very beautiful. Or many be America. It's any time be many husband call Canada. No, I use my American card to buy things in the credit in Canada. That is the things that you catch us at the end of value. A value. Can you imagine? At the end of value, they value. Me to me the Ghana card. Eto enyema. You was to be or UK. Your friend Hans and Cute. Hans and Cute no. Me the American card. It's me to a dear ewo credit. Now my end say every month biya. Me to you say me the 6 months ne betuya. Now oma they are breaking it down. It's every month biya no betuya. And I say omate. And I say me to me the Ghana friends American card no. Me to me the ato a dear or UK. Now yet the way I want it. There is no value in Ghana card. If that's the case, dear, and then can you bet me the Ghana card? No, I could Dubai. I could find your in credit. No, you can't do that. But bet me the mega American card. I call Dubai. I could dear in credit. Meet me the American card. Meet me na internet. So I order dear a free. Your friend is Germany. Meet me what your friend is full flats. Food flats, I ordered them from UK. Food flats, I may order from UK. Food flats, I may order from UK, no. Yeah, Ghana, your friend say American card. And I made order, and it's based on credit. Average Ghanaian be anywhere, obey to me, ISRD way. What did I make a chrono? Average Ghanaian be anywhere, to me, so Ghana card, the ISRD, no. And stop talking, stop bragging, stop putting dust into our eyes, telling us what we don't want to hear. All right. Other way, every UK. They will have the most just say UK food flats. This they have a lot of things. Utensils. This came from UK. Meet America. I use my American card to order this from UK. And I can decide to pay it all or pay in credit. This came from UK. That is the value of a card we are talking about. And your Ghana card is just identification. And it hasn't stopped any corruption. Hey, what Pamamin sent me a mistake. Namen JA be a patient number. And as a felicitated number, Namika a Felix. For number, mommy. Nebia birthday 13 for eBay. Mean send $1. Send me a mistake. Na me de call my uncle Atua. Uncle Atua will never send me the money. I'm not saying you are criminal. Sikana ira. Say what type will be number now ye mistake. Now so the idea command in a birthday and I say who send sika BB emergency with the komo bia. Ekosini paniswa wafa. Ain't Ghana card no. It hasn't stopped the corruption. Ghana card has no value. American card has a value. If I can sit down on internet and order such a food flax. Another one I miss out die. Let me show you a picture. I hope so I have it. There was another one I miss out die. You see? Enka. Say Ghana card a value. To me in America had me card order there from Austria. Austria so or more food flags. What they say we Johnny come with the Johnny go my temper. Friend time and joke. Obey me the Johnny gum fit and pa ekopuma and we keep you at 12 hours, 8 hours. Na my order, na me dia me fee with American card. Will you mistake? Ghana card. Now send this can me say I send money to a friend of mine, or see ambulance or say me yes sika me dia fuel e dey go ambulance and send me to aba. Yes, send this sika say ambulance no is also corrupt, is also a fraud. Or send this sika na nipa na se wafa. How? And so Ghana card no, it hasn't tackled any corruption. So if Ghana can tackle corruption there, any you guys should be jailed by now because you guys are all corrupt. You all corrupt. We are corrupt. The fraud hasn't stopped. And my one moon foot thrown from going. Diminuya baminuya bema. Fraud and stop you. Yeah. Missy who be number as any sikamana. Make sure you type it and type in and make sure I confirm say you're correct. And yes, I would one different day get to know. Sikana ko biwa and one on wafa. And no one on wafa. Offer sikana mada. Offer sikano and mada wafa. Or say, hey, madam. Say the we are saying, me see me doing the frame shows.